when I look at the situation, I'm sort of like, at what point, I mean, while it is education opportunities, absolutely, we all get a better start if we've been educated in something than if we have not. And it keeps the level of education at a certain level so that everyone at least gets a fighting chance in the topic. But how much of this really is accountability for hairstylists?
Yeah,
Would
no,
you say that counts for more than the education?
Yeah, I agree. I think you can't blame it on the lack of education. That is a big part of it, yes. But that's not the only part. It's not just because you didn't learn something in school that you can't learn it some other way. Or and even if you, because if you think on say whoever goes on a prosthetic route, you don't learn everything about prosthetics in school.
Sure.
And you would then do your specialty courses, or you would look online, buy your products, test at home, try different things. So and that is, and not even going on the full especially like specialty monster making, but we need to know how to do casualty effects if you want to work in film. That is part of our job, because if your actor gets punched in the face, you need to know how to do a black eye, you need to know how to do a bruise, you need to know that's part of our job. So you, as a makeup artist, if you didn't get taught in school how to do a bruise, and you get on a job and you have to do a bruise, you're not just going to say, I didn't learn how to do a bruise, I'm not going to do a bruise.
Yeah,
that's not going to happen. You have to do it. So if you see that you didn't get that specific training, you would probably just go online and be like, or ask someone that knows, oh my God, there is a bruise on this job that I need to do. Or just in general, just like, oh, I don't know how to do a cut, I don't know how to do this. So it's part of our job to keep learning and just thinking of, oh, I don't know, maybe it's because I think like that. I think that everyone thinks like that, but I'm like, oh my God, I don't know how to do this. Like the other day, I was like, oh, I wonder, and that's like, I wonder how I would do a flexi rod set. Do I need to, like, does it need to be wet? Do I need to just do? And then I just went online. It's like flexi rod sets, blah 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 blah. And then I just like stood there for like half an hour watching a girl putting rods in her hair and then taking them off. I was like, oh, that's cool, because she did it that bit with wet hair, and that bit she just did it just with a blowout. And I feel like that is something that we should be doing. If you don't get, and again, I've watched it, I know the theory of it, but I need to practice it.
Yeah, because arguably it wouldn't be that hard to make a wig of afro hair, surely, right? How hard is that? If you can make a wig of any other hair, why not afro hair, to at least as a starting point? Like that's the thing that's really frustrating to me, because I think, okay, they've figured it out for everyone else, and then it's just silence, nothingness when it comes to afro hair, when especially if you're dealing with wigs and you're dealing with model heads that have been created to enable you to practice. It's just like,
yeah, even with the dolly heads, when you search online afro hair, dolly head, that texture feels more like a relaxed hair than a natural hair. And it's not the same.
No. That's incredible, because I feel like that's kind of what we're really talking about here, is that it's this discrimination towards natural afro hair, where the only dolly head you can get for someone who seemingly would be black with hair is someone who's relaxed. I mean, have you been outside? Like,
Exactly.
it's amazing to me. And whilst there has been a natural hair movement, and that's been purely because of a rush from America, and there's been this embracing of your natural hair, which I think is so beautiful. It's opened so many women up, and in terms of their self-acceptance and their appreciation for what they have and the versatility. This is the thing we don't even get to talk about like really, because we haven't got past this stage, is that Afro hair is so versatile, and I feel like we just miss out.
Yeah.
We miss out on being able to perform, like show the diversity of natural hair on film, in TV. And you know, it's just such a frustrating thing. Because why not? Why not? Why is, you know, and this is, again, I feel like it needs to be addressed, and there are multiple levels to this that need to be acknowledged, whether it be from the industry side of accountability, from an you know, individual accountability, to institutions, educational institutions and accountability. But you know, I would be very disappointed if in this day and age, when we have so much information out there, there's such uproar around Black Lives Matter, you know, something that happened in the States, but you know, we have our racism issue and discrimination issue here in the UK. If we could not figure this out,
you
know, like if it's not by now obvious that you can't just ignore an entire hair texture.
Yeah, exactly. No, I agree with you 100%. Why would we want to change your hair texture or straighten it, or if we can learn how to work with it and create amazing things, amazing styles, and so many possibilities, that should be actually a driving force. That's what I think. Like, you should, I want to, that's why I want to learn more, because I want to be able to create more.
Yeah.
Because that's the root of our jobs, is create. So why are people not thinking about that? And I really hope that because we now have more people with natural hair, actors with natural hair embracing their hair, that maybe that's the industry learns the hard way that you have to know how to work with natural hair, because otherwise that we can't keep going like this. So but then again, it's like, how do we address the issue? So I think more inclusion in the workplace, one thing, and people that are starting now, that are training now, getting that training, and people that have trained and are on their path, or their careers, just searching for that training, and searching for that experience, and knowledge. I think that's the three ways that we can tackle it from different angles. And then I think that's my take on it. And that I will definitely keep learning and practicing and trying and going online and going to courses and talking to people, because I feel like there is a world out there to play with and create, and it's so beautiful. And I think that people are missing out if they're not involved.
Well, absolutely, and it does make a difference if the stereotype of a hair is the thing that's discussed instead of the reality of the hair, as it is with everything else. You know, if you propagate an idea and it's not based in any fact whatsoever, it's practically, a myth, it's, the idea of something, as opposed to, really challenging that and saying, actually, maybe it's not like that. Maybe we should be doing this more. And perhaps maybe what will spark from this is more diversity of actual characters, that people are willing to even write for. Because I think the idea of writing in a natural haired British individual, unless it's been specifically indicated in say, if it's a book to film or something that's an adaptation, or a feature film where that is the character that was written, I think often, again, it's just that these characters don't really exist in British film and TV.
Yeah.
I mean, one example I can think of is obviously Mallory Blackman's Noughts and Crosses, but that dystopia idea, the look of those characters were very clearly indicated. So it was there was no shadow of a doubt that the cultural influences were going to be a focus and something that would be seen in these characters, these Black characters, in this dystopian world. So it's totally different, but that was written by a black lady. So of course.
But then again, we come back to inclusion and diversity in the workplace. Who are the people that are writing characters? Who are the people that are directing? Who are the people that are casting? Unless it's a specified Black character, then that's the only way that you're going to get a Black actor to play that character. It's an issue in the whole industry, and maybe I think things change from different angles and everything works together, but if we as hairstylists can showcase the beauty of natural hair, that will maybe inspire someone to cast more people with natural hair, or people to write. I don't know. I feel like there is so many angles that can be tackled, but it's our job in our department to help and showcase that side of the industry as well, that characters and people, and who are the people that you walk down the streets, who are the people that you see, how do they look like, and we should be transferring those looks and those everyone, and especially in London, that you get on the tube and you walk down the streets and you see all different styles and all different everything. So why are we not transferring what we see on our day-to-day lives to what we see on screen? And period as well. I think period as a whole, then we go a lot deeper in the conversation, that where we're like there were Black people in the UK since forever. Why are those people not in period films? And
well, even just the journey for European styles, I mean, they obviously were informed by life. What were the looks of European hair in this era to that era, and what other European hair looks now? But because the skills are there, they can be replicated for TV and film. But if the skill, and there's no knowledge and there's no desire to have those skills, you're never going to see those looks on TV and film, and it will therefore not be fully representative of life. It just can't be, because it's not possible. Yeah. Well, thank you, Diandra. Thank you so much for having, taking the time to just speak to me about this. I really, really appreciate everything you said. I think everything you said is just so bang on, and just, I think it's a work in progress, but it is. It's great to speak to hairstylists who understand and can see the knowledge gap. and can can see where there can be improvements made, and are actively doing that for themselves. It's great. It's wonderful.
Yeah, I was wow. Now on our lovely quarantine lockdown situation, we can't really practice that much, but again, I feel like as soon as we are able to do it, it's just keeping updated and learning and doing more and more courses and practicing, and I think that's the way to go. Yeah.
Amazing. Thank you.
Thank you.